Hello everyone, this is Vikas from Small Academy, and in this video today we are going to learn how to host our website on Heroku. So I have created a few tutorials on how to create blog and so on authentication system on Django, but I have not really created a video on how to upload our local website into the real server and test all the features. Here today I'm going to list out all the steps that we need to take so that we can host our website on Heroku. So before doing anything, we need few things that should be installed on your system. So first thing that you should have is a Heroku account. So if you don't have one, go to Heroku, sign up for the account, confirm it, and come back and follow the video. After that, you need a command line interface using which we are going to communicate with the Heroku server. And the next thing we're gonna need is a Git software using which we are going to create and commit these changes that we made to our file directly into the Heroku platform, and it will get updated in our website in the real time. Okay, so it is much easier. So just download the Git from this website. I'll link the website in the description. Also download the Heroku CLI from here and install it in your system. After that, come back and follow the video. For demo purpose, I have created a sample Django website which I'm going to upload into the Heroku. So you can see it is a blog website that I have created for the tutorial series that I have uploaded on my channel. So if you like to learn how to create such blog and with login and registration and all that, you can check the tutorial series that I'll link on the description. So this is the website that I'm going to host in the Heroku today. So as you can see, I have opened this in the Sublime Text as well as I have one command line is open here. So first things we are going to do after installation of all these CLI and Git is we need to log into the Heroku system. Okay, so I guess you have the account now, so let's log into the Heroku. So to check if the Heroku CLI is installed or not in your system, you can just use Heroku command, and if the Heroku is installed, you can see all these set of commands that you can use with the Heroku. So one command that we're gonna use right now is Heroku login. Okay, so using which we can log into the Heroku, we can connect our CLI to the our account. Okay, so it says open up, press any key to open the browser. Okay, now you need to log in. Click on login. So now you need to use your username and password here and click on login. Okay, so you have successfully logged into your Heroku account through your Heroku CLI. Now we can start creating our commit repository that we can upload into the Heroku, and we can start okay, so let's come back here, and we need to use another Heroku command to create the commit. Before actually committing the website into the Heroku platform, we need to have few files inside our Django project. So those files are requirement.txt and proc file. So these are the two files that Heroku going to look into to determine which are the dependencies that it needs to install. So what are the modules that we have used in our project that are going to require to be able to run the our website. Okay, so and in the proc file we are going to specify the production server name. Okay, so we are not going to use the same local server that we have been using here to run the Django website. So we are going to use separate production server that is suitable for the production. Okay, so that is also called as we are going to use GUnicorn here. So to create the requirements.txt file, you can directly use pipfreeze command. If you have been using a virtual environment, and if you have created your project into the virtual environment, you can directly use pipfreeze, and you can see the dependencies that you are going to need. So here I have Django, PyZ, and SQL parse. But if you have created your website Django project in the root directory without using virtual environment, then you need to create requirements.txt file, and you need to write all these dependencies manually. So because you may have multiple, like 10 or 20 modules installed in your main root pip system, so it might be difficult to create the requirements.txt file. Okay, so you need to do that manually. But if you have been using the virtual environment, then you can directly use pip freeze and arrow mark, and you can use requirements.txt. It will create the requirements.txt file. So let me show you the file that I have been created here. So you can see here the requirements.txt file is created, and the dependencies are added automatically. So we are gonna need one more dependencies, that is GUnicorn. So let me install that first and update this requirements.txt file. So from here I'm going to install GUnicorn. So it is installing the GUnicorn. So I'm going to run that pipfreeze command again. And now I'll show you the requirements.txt file. It should have that GUnicorn added. So you can see here the GUnicorn dependency is added automatically. So as I said, if you are not using virtual environment, don't worry, just go to your project structure. Here you create the new file called requirements.txt and paste all these dependencies. Okay, so all you need to take the version of this SQL parse, PyZ, Django that you are using manually, and you need to put here. So the next file that we need to create manually. Okay, so let me create that one called as proc file, which will have the server information, proc file, and do not give any extension. So inside this proc file we are going to specify the server. So that is production server, which is GUnicorn, and we need to specify the WSGI file that is present in the root directory of our folder, our project. So here you can see WSGI file. So you need to specify the file name by using the project name. So my project name is awesomeblog.wsgi. So we are referencing the WSGI file that is present inside this awesome blog directory or project. Okay, as well as we need to specify one command that is to display or keep the log. Okay, to keep the log file. So it will generate the log file whenever we start the production server, so that we can keep track of the status of our blog. Okay, so that's it. Save the proc file. Now we can actually start creating the repository, and we can commit that repository. We can start creating the repository that can be uploaded into the Heroku server. Okay, so those were the two files that we're gonna need to be able to run the Django website on the Heroku server, as well as we are gonna need few more things. Okay, so one thing is that we need to allow all the hosts that request to the URL that we're going to give to our Django website on the Heroku server. So just put star here, so it means it's going to allow all the URL requests. Save it. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to create the repository on the GitHub or Bitbucket, that is your choice. So I'm using GitHub here. So if you don't have GitHub account, just go ahead and create one, and there we need to upload the website. So let me create new repository, and I'll call it as awesome blog. I'll give the description and just click on create the repository. So here now we need to copy this command from here and go to the directory where the Django site is present. Right click on it and open the git bash. So you must already have this git bash option in your right click menu, because we have installed that git software. So just right click and paste the command, so it will do the rest of the work. Now just push the commit to the original master, that is to our remote file. Okay, so when the push is complete, you can refresh the GitHub page here and see the readme file that gets uploaded automatically by running those commands. So let me come here and refresh. So you can see the readme command is readme file is uploaded. So now what we're going to need to do is we need to create the commit and upload that to the GitHub server, okay, before uploading it to the Heroku server. So by doing this, we'll be able to keep track of the changes that we made into the Django website, and simultaneously we can save that in the GitHub repository as well as in Heroku repository, and the changes will be reflected in our website. So let me add the changes. So command is git add. It will add all the files. You can check the status by using git status. Okay, so all these files that are in green are committed to the um, our GitHub repository. Now we need to upload that, we need to commit now. Set the message initial commit. Make sure that you are using double quotes, and finally we can push. Okay, so git push means that we are uploading our files to the GitHub repository. So if I refresh here, we'll be able to see all the files of our GitHub project. Okay, so this is showing some messages. We can fix that later, it's not important. Okay, now the next step is to create the URL for our Heroku blog app, okay, that we're going to upload to the Heroku server. So go to the command prompt here and run the command called Heroku create. So it will create one default URL for our website. In that URL, using that URL, we can access the Django website, and they'll also provide one repository in which we can upload our files just like in GitHub. So here I'm getting error because I'm using free tier account in Heroku, and that permit me to only create 5 apps. Okay, so I have already created 5 apps, so I need to delete one of them to be able to create new one. So let me quickly go ahead into the Heroku dashboard and delete one app. So let me log in first. I will log into the Heroku dashboard, and from there I can delete the apps. Okay, here you can see the limit. Here you can see the apps that I have already created. So let me delete one of them. Let me copy this and go to the setting, scroll down, and here I'll get the option to delete the apps. paste the app name and click on delete app. It will delete that app from the Heroku account. Now here I can go and create new one. So make sure this is the same command line. Okay, so Heroku create. Now it should work. Yes, it is showing it is creating an app. So it will give the random domain name for you, subdomain. Okay, so this is my domain name, subdomain name for Heroku app. Using this I can access the website, but not yet because we have not uploaded our files. So here I need to upload these files, okay, to this URL. So to do that we need to execute few commands. So first we need to set the remote URL for the Heroku repository. So Heroku git remote a, and I need to paste the URL name that I copied from here. Hit enter. It will set the git repository remote URL. Now I can commit these URLs to the commit the files to this URL, and that will get updated in our website. So okay, the remote Heroku repository is ready, but before that we need to execute one more command which will make sure that static files are disabled in our Django website project. Okay, so we need to disable the collect statics. Okay, so to do that, execute Heroku config set disable underscore collect static equals to 1. Hit enter. Okay, so now finally we need to push the committed files to the Heroku server. We can do that by using git push Heroku master. Hit enter. Now you can see it is building the source. It is installing the dependent modules into the server. Just wait for a few seconds. Okay, so Django is installed, Unicorn is installed. If everything goes well, we should be able to access our website using this URL. Okay, so it says the very deploy is done. So let me copy this. Let me copy this URL actually and paste into the browser. Okay, so we are getting some error. So okay, so we can check what is the problem by copying this command here and pasting here. So it will show all the logs. Okay, so here you can see it is saying the argument is invalid. Okay, so go to our project file here. So this is the complete command. We need to give two arguments, log file and one minus. Save this. Now we need to commit this. We need to upload this to our GitHub. Uploading GitHub is really optional because it will keep your file safe. So that's why I'm doing it, but it is not really necessary. So let me repeat all the command that I use. Let me check the status. It says the profile is modified. So let me add it to the repository commit. Okay, let me commit this file. and I'll post the file to the GitHub. Remember, git push means it will push the file to the GitHub repository, and if we use git push Heroku master, then it will upload that file to the Heroku and your changes will be reflected. Okay, so if you make any changes to your Django website and you want that to be seen in your actual URL that is online, then you need to push that to the Heroku master. So we are going to do that here. Okay, let me get out of this. So let me git push Heroku master. Okay, the Python app is running. Let's see if it's going to work or not this time. Okay, it says the app is deployed, so let me go here and refresh this again. Okay, as you can see, even though the app is running, but the CSS file is not loaded, so we are not able to see any styling in this Django block. And if I check the static file here, it shows page not found error. So we need to fix this. That error can be fixed by installing the white noise Python module, which will help us to integrate the static file into our Django production server. That will serve the static file like CSS and JavaScript directly from the GUnicorn server. Okay, so to do that, first we need to install uh, the white noise. So you can do that by using pip install white noise, so it will get installed. And after that, we need to make changes in our requirements.txt, because we have added new module, so we need to add that. So just execute the pip-freeze command and copy the white noise dependencies from here and open the project directory, go to the requirements.txt and paste it here. So after pasting this, just save this. And we also need to add the dependencies. Just go to the middleware section of the settings.py and here just paste the line of code. So it is just adding the white noise dependencies. Make sure these two are commented, dependencies, into our Django project. Save this, and after that you need to commit the changes. So you can commit to the GitHub as well as Heroku master. So after pushing to the Heroku master, you will be able to run the website. So let me show you. So you can just push. Okay, you can follow the same command that we have followed before to push to the GitHub and the Heroku master. Okay, so if you are confused, please go back to the video and see how I had pushed the changes to the GitHub and Heroku master. So I'll just run the website now. So what was the URL? Let me see. So this was my URL of the website. So let me run this. Yes, you can see now we have successfully deployed our Django app to the Heroku, and now you can share this URL to the anyone and they will be able to see your project. Okay, so everything is working fine. Yes. So that's it guys. This is how we upload the Django website into the Heroku. So this been a long video, and I hope that you are able to upload your website into the Heroku. And thanks for watching. If you enjoy this video, please don't forget to subscribe. That will help us to grow, and it will motivate me to make more such videos and tutorials in the future. So see you in the next video. Bye.